steady has training been this week, and how do you look to build off of the goal you scored last week?
Yeah, it was not a long week. Yesterday was a bit recovery. Today we go into the match against Seattle on the weekend. And on my goal last weekend, I'm always happy to score goals, help the team, and of course it was a good feeling after a few weeks to score a goal.
You had a period of a few stretchy games without goals. What do you think had led into that struggle to find net? Was it the struggle to find space really in the attack? And what changed this past game to allow that to happen?
Yeah, of course, I think everybody can see that we are not. It's not easy for us to score goals right now. We give our best. We try our best. We talk in the meetings about our patterns and options to get some chances. And yeah, I think the goal in LA was a good combination from us. And yeah, we keep building on this and try to score goals on the weekend as well.
I feel like talk to us a little bit about the connection between you and Giannis. Is that something that just comes naturally with the experience you have with a player like that, or are there things that led into that goal and other opportunities that you've been working on specifically in training?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit from everything. We know each other for a long time. We play a lot of games together. We know each other very good, very well, and of course, also we looked the videos from our spaces behind the line, and I think it was a perfect ball and it was a good finish.
Go ahead, thanks, Steve. I know the result on Saturday isn't what you want. Is there a little bit of momentum coming into this weekend? Do you have a little bit of a good feel after that?
Of course, I think we have a good feeling. Normally we win this game. Of course, LA had much more chances to score goals, but at the end of the day we are 2-1 in front with 10 guys, and we have to bring the 3 points at home. And yeah, we try to work hard and go to the Seattle as always in the weekend to win this game.
What does Silva bring to the plate? Is he going to give a little jolt to this?
Sorry?
Sandy Silva, what's he gonna do to the offense? Is he gonna give a little jolt to the guys?
Yeah, I think he's a funny guy. He's important for the locker, and of course a good player. He has not that much sessions with us, but he's very good. He comes very good into the team. He knows the league, and I think in the next weeks he can help us for sure.
Go ahead, Justin.
Since you last played Seattle, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, but this is the last team that the club has won against. Does it feel like this is potentially a full circle moment to go there and get a result?
Of course, it was our last win a couple of weeks ago. I think it's a good time to win this game. It's a good story, but yeah, we have to start to win games now. We struggle a bit with the points, but now it's time to start.
Does it feel like since you're able to get the result on obviously a home game versus an away game's different beast, but knowing that you're able to win the last meeting, is there a little bit of extra confidence going into that?
I think yes, we watched a lot of videos in the last days. And of course, we have to win the games at home, but also we try to win the games on the road. I think it's not easy in the league. Everybody can beat every team. So yeah, we try our best and win games.
Go ahead, Jed.
Cedric, can you talk about Marcel Hartl? There are times that the team I know needs him a little bit further back, but it does seem like when he gets forward, many more chances are able to be created between you and him and Klaus. How important is that when he's able to get forward and work with you in that way to create chances?
I think it's very important. We know everybody knows Cello's strengths, and I think we show it in the last season in the first games. And I think everybody struggled a little bit with create chances, score goals. I mean, everybody can see it. We have 7 goals in the season. It's not the best offense, but of course also for us it's not an easy time, because everybody knows we we want to score goals, and we can score goals, and we show it in a lot of games. So yeah.
Speaking of that goal, we'll go back to the first goal where you had from Giannis Horn. Just wanted to ask, did you call Klaus off for that? You were both there. It looks like he leaves it. I don't know if he could reach it. Were you calling for that?
No, but we trained a lot in the week. One guy go on the first post, the second guy go on the second post. I think it was a good pattern for us. Yeah, I think sometimes it's easy to score goals, but yeah, we need more chance like this.
Go ahead, Matt. You talked last year about your favorite or your preferred positioning, and this year you've been outside on the right wing a little bit more, kind of tucking inside. Are you finding it? And when you score the goal, obviously you're right centrally there with Klaus. Are you finding it easier to find the balance between staying wider on the right, but also finding the times to kind of tuck inside to the middle where you're super comfortable?
I think we changed the system in the second half. I was more in the middle, and of course it's my favorite position to play a little bit behind the striker. The coach make the decision when I play on the right side for the defending. I go on the right side, so it's not my decision for me or for us. It's important to play minutes, to play games, but of course. I think when I'm in the middle, I'm dangerous.
Matt, go ahead.
You mentioned a couple times a struggle to create, a struggle to finish. What are you seeing in the past few games that needs to change, and how specifically has the lack of possession played into that? Do you need to be controlling the ball more, or do you feel it's the way that you're countering? What kind of things are you seeing that needs to change to create those chances?
Yeah, I think it starts from us as a player. I think we have easy mistakes also in the build-up. It starts from us, but I think we also defend a little bit lower. That we our ways to the goal is a little bit longer. But of course, it starts with us. When we have the ball, we have to keep the ball, have a good ball possession, and then everybody have the quality to create chances. And yeah, I think it starts from us, but yeah, of course we need goals.
Do you feel confident in how your press has worked recently? Obviously with a team like St. Louis that focuses on the press, wants to win the ball higher up the field, that's important. What's been your evaluation of your press, and how can you improve that?
Of course, I think we have to improve also our press and our high press to win these balls near the goal from the opponent. But yeah, the coach is a little bit different like last year. We give our best. We try everything to win games. Of course, it's at the moment not easy for us, but I'm 100% safe that we win games in the next weeks.
Right. Matt, you want to kick us off?
Coach, before we look forward to Seattle, take us back to last week. I'm curious what you learned about your team at the waning minutes of LAFC when you're up in stoppage. What does that tell you about your current roster and what they need to learn going forward about those moments?
Yeah, I think we learned a lot from that game. It was a strange game in many ways. Looking back at it, looking at the game and the chances, we probably didn't deserve to win. But even nicer sometimes, to be able to get the 3 points. Maybe you don't deserve it away from home. Tough game. It would have been great. 3 points for the morale and everything. And looking at the season so far, I think we deserved it because we've had quite a few games where we deserved more. So it was really frustrating in the way we conceded that goal. So learning experience on how to deal with those situations, and yeah, many other things as well. It was a game of ups and downs, highs and lows. Yeah, we'll learn from it and bring the positives into Saturday's game.
on Saturday's game, it's the first time all season that you've played the same team twice. So is this a case of looking back at what you did well against them the first time, or do you feel your team is in a completely different scenario than the team that played them the first time?
No, we've looked at that game. You know, today especially when we started to work more specifically for the game on Saturday, we had a look at that game, but also had a look at their games after that. You know, they have varied a little bit their way of playing, so we need to be ready for that.
We go to Matt Rocchio. Just going back to that final play, or not the final play, but that second goal that was allowed last weekend. Just super high line. Everyone's, you know, you're down a man and everyone's in the attacking half. Was there a positioning mistake made by the defense on that play?
Yeah, there were many mistakes within a few seconds there, fortunately, in various ways. So yeah, we've had a look at it, and it's pretty clear. You know, they can see it themselves, the guys. So again, learning experience that shouldn't happen in the very last minutes when we're goal up. So yeah, again, learn from it.
Justin Hoiker.
Coach, just kind of sticking on that second half, the bit of a change in the formation and just the mentality. You get more scoring opportunities, but you also allow more against. Is that something where you just need to see it more in a game, or is it influencing if you go back to it in the future?
Yeah, it's always a balance, you know, in the game plan before the game and also during the game. In the first half, we had a decent result after the first half in LA. It's not bad, but I felt we struggled a lot on the ball. So we wanted to change something to change around in the positions a little bit to hopefully make them a little bit more comfortable. So the main reason we changed around a little bit was you know, because of our build up and more possibilities on the ball. I think it helped a little bit. I mean, the second half wasn't fantastic in any way, but in some ways it helped us a little bit. They dropped a little bit also in energy, we'd have to say, in their press and their counter press. They were very aggressive in the first half, and you know, credit to them. They did quite well on a few occasions, and it was difficult to find ways out of that pressure.
And then looking at training this week, you have some returns. You also have another week of Shonda Silva. Is there any update as far as like Edu and Roman this weekend? Is their availability?
Yeah, I mean, Edu, unlikely that he's available for the week. We will see, but he's been out for quite some time, over a month. So you know, we'll see if he can take part in some ways. Roman is not ready yet, but looking much better. So hopefully for next game, Tots and Chris not ready. Alfie suspended. So yeah, I think Henry out, obviously. I think that's about it. The rest should be available.
We'll go virtually. Never mind. We'll go to Steve here.
Coach, what have you seen from Zandy Silva, and do you think he could make a factor this weekend that quickly?
Yeah, I think he could. I think there was not enough time for before the last game. Came in late in the week and just had a couple of sessions. Now we had a full training week, so yeah, it's definitely a possibility that he could take part somehow.
Go ahead, Lynn.
Olaf, how would you you mentioned that Roman maybe another week away. How would you assess the progress and the performance you've seen from Ben in this few weeks now that Roman's been out?
Yeah, we're very happy with his performances. I mean, especially the last one. He had a great game. That penalty save and that big save in the first half as well. So that was you know, crucial for us to give us the possibility to win the game, and we got a point in the end. And yeah, he's had other good performances as well. Unfortunately, there's been in a period where we haven't won any games. So you know, nice to get a point after his really great saves.
We'll go to Matt Rocchio, then Tom. I know you talk a lot about being unpredictable, but has it been tough on the offense having to play different styles with different kind of shifts? Like when you have Celio out there, you have the one-on-one. That's why you brought Sunday. But when you don't have Celio, you bring in Ostrak, you have more of the ball carrying progression side of things. Has it been hard to try to maybe not even find a balance, but to find a what this team is supposed to be when you're having to play such different styles depending on the lineup? Or is that beneficial, like you said, being hard for the other team to plan for?
Yeah, I think the main goal is to try to take as much out of our qualities as possible, rather than being unpredictable. We're trying to find ways to get good attacks in. The unpredictable side of it is that we need to do it in various ways. The direct attacks, the faster attacks, the longer ball, sometimes to possession. I think we need to continue to do that, and then just really trying to find ways and help them to get good combinations in, to find more attacks like the attack where we scored the goal last week. Brilliant goal, brilliant attack from build up. So need to find more of those and more consistency, and we can create more chances.
Go ahead, Tom.
Coach, do you feel like you're getting closer to where you want to be? It seems from observing the team that each week you get a little bit closer to making more connections between the players on individual plays. Does that seem that way to you?
Yeah, in some ways, yeah, for sure. And I mean that's the goal, and that's something you're hoping that they're getting better and better if they are fit and playing games and training well, that they are getting better, building on their relations between each other. So that's something we're working on all the time. So hopefully getting better. I think the profile of the players, that it won't change overnight, but seeing these small improvements all the time, yeah, for sure. But I mean, also we had some really good games in the beginning of the season as well. We started with Colorado, see where they are now, and we completely dominated that game. Game we should have won. So it's been a little bit ups and downs, also because of the injuries we've had. We've changed a lot of personnel, and as we mentioned before, trying to take the most out of the players available on the day. So that sometimes means we change around a little bit in formation as well. So it's hard work every week, but it's an enjoyable one. Just trying to take maximum every week and have a good game plan, and looking forward to Saturday.
Different topic. Did you get to see the Inter-Barca game yesterday?
Yeah.
What when you watch a game like that, I know it's a different level, but what can you take and say, that I need to work on that, or my team needs to work on that? Do you ever see anything like that when you're watching one of those games?
I mean, I have to honestly say, I think I've taken a lot of inspiration from lower level football, and I know myself. I started at a lower level and sort of worked my way up, and these players are so good at that level. That's what impresses you the most. The level, the high quality they have in everything, physically, on the ball. It's impressive. That's what impresses the most. But it was an interesting one. Cool. Extremely interesting. It was so different teams. It was very enjoyable to watch. So different and so good, both of them, in completely different ways.
Does that in any way help you get your mind off? Periodically, you got to get away from this, right? Does that help you watching a game like that?
Again, I don't know. Maybe to switch off for a little while. It's been a lot of work, and it's difficult to think about so many other things than just the next game. how we can work during the week to get the 3 points. So I haven't actually watched much football apart from ourselves the last weeks or even months. But this game I watched, and it was an enjoyable one.
We'll go to Matt Baker and wrap up with Matt Rocket.
Coach, you mentioned Alfredo is going to miss this game with the suspension. Missing Eddie Leuven, missing Chris Durkin, missing Alfredo. What options do you have at the 6? And specifically, what's it going to take for a guy like Jake Girdwood-Reich to make an appearance this season?
Yeah, I mean, JGR, we're looking for him, but he might get minutes with the second team this weekend. I mean, he's been out for so long, he hasn't got any playing time at all. So hopefully he can get that in the weekend, and maybe a couple of more games there. We also have another game midweek next week. So we'll see how we work that out. But after being out for so long, you know, he's don't think he's ready yet to minutes with the first team. So, but we'll see. Yeah, unfortunately, the injuries we have at the moment. With the injuries we have a little bit of an unbalance in the squad. You know, we have the suspension and the injuries you mentioned in central midfield, so not so many options there. We have 2 fullbacks. Jay is on his way back in training now, but still not ready, and with the Tots injured as well. So not so many options in the fullback position and the central midfield, but more options up front and at the back.
You kind of answered one of my next questions, Jay Reed. It sounds like he might not be available yet. Rasmus Alm is another player you didn't mention earlier who has seen, I believe, a full week of training. Not necessarily whether he's going to be available, though I'm curious, how do you profile a player like Rasmus Alm? And is it more of an attacking player as a second striker, or do you see him as able to fill in one of those potentially right wingback roles?
Yeah, I mean, I know Ras pretty well. He played in 2 of my previous team, so yeah, I know him. I know him really well from before. But with Rasmus, he just needs to get fit. You know, he's also had a long period of not being fit, and even though he's been in training this week. You know, we still have an individual periodization for him. We cannot push him fully in training yet, and we need to be able to do that before he's ready to play games.
I think that's it, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Thank you.